good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everyone. Whenever you watch this video, it's going to be one of those particular times. But welcome to The Dish with Darrell. This is episode number 2. Not 4, but 2. Some of y'all people might get confused because I had up 2 fingers on both hands, but it's episode number 2. So, first, I would like to appreciate everybody for viewing episode number 1. As it stands right now, before I started filming just a moment ago, it was almost at 100 views. So I really certainly do appreciate that. Within less than a week, I've almost got 100 views. It might not seem like much to many, but when you're starting out a show and it's really not promoted as much as it should, it's not just out there yet. 100 views seems like a bit much. When it hits 1,000, I'm gonna freak out, but it'll probably be a while before now. But on episode number 2, we're gonna have a lot more fun. We're gonna have some movie reviews this go around. Some older movie reviews, but they're gonna be Blu-Ray movie reviews. So they're gonna be quite enjoyable because I've actually just watched these movies and for the first time, to be honest with you. Even though they've kind of old movies, but I'm going to enjoy them and enjoy reviewing them with you. So hope everybody's day is enjoyable so far. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to quite a few people on Google Plus who do follow me on there, so I do certainly appreciate you guys for circling me, keeping me in your groups, keeping me, intertwined in your intermingling in your status messages and commenting back with me. And to everybody who has commented on my YouTube page, thank you. Just want to let you know, if you ever comment on any one of my YouTube videos, whether it be negative or positive or indifferent, I will respond back, just because I like to interact with the people who do watch my video, because you took the time to watch and want to take the time to respond back to you. But I want to give a personal shout out to a buddy of mine on Google Plus who also follows me on Instagram. His name is Colin Matthew. I'd like to give him a big props because he helped me come up with the name for this show, which is The Dish with Darrell. So I'd like to give my salutes to you, sir. Thank you very much for helping me come up with this name. So if y'all know him, if y'all have him circled, make sure y'all give him y'all most appreciative thanks for this, because without him helping me with this, I don't think I'll be here right now filming episode number 2. But we're gonna move right along. So first up, we're going to do movie reviews. So we're going to have enjoyable. So we're going to start with the first one. I watched this last night, is Sinister. Sinister. Good horror movie, good action, very entertaining. For anybody who doesn't like horror movies, this probably would not be for you. But those who like to get a good scare, get your thoughts, get your blood just moving, heart pumping a little bit. Action is in there, the scariness is there, the suspense is there. I mean, it's one of those people. It's from the maker of, from what I can see here, from the producer of Paranormal Activity and Insidious, 2 good other movies, which I will review that whole entire series of Paranormal Activity in a later episode, but not now. That takes up a whole entire episode to go through that. But it's a very good movie. If you pay attention to it, it is about a crime writer who is beginning to write yet another book, moves his family into the house of where these particular crimes actually began, or where some of these families actually moved. It's kind of spilling a little bit of the beans, but hey, it's the synopsis of the movie. But it's a very good movie. You get intertwined, you start to kind of focus, try to want to figure it out, kind of be one with the writer himself in the movie to figure out what's going on, how everything is going, what it boils down to. But I mean, it's a very good movie, very entertaining. It has its moments. I'm one of those type of people, I'm very hard to frighten. So I have to really just be like on alert to just be like, oh, I'm ready for something. And it's a good movie. It didn't scare me, but it has its moments. I'm one of those type of people. I look for good horror movies, so I'm usually on Netflix. If anybody's ever seen my Netflix queue, it has bunches, and I mean bunches. And I'm going to say that because that's my word. Bunches of horror movies. I will watch independent and B-rated horror movies just to see where people's heads at. You actually have some good movies out there, like Apartment 143, which is on Netflix. You can check out another one, VHS 1 and 2. Both of those are very good movies. Close Encounters is another one, another good movie. I had to think about it for a second because there's actually two parts to that. That's another good one. But I mean, those are some of the good movies that I've actually seen on there. So I mean, check them out. Netflix out. Just don't watch some of the popular stuff. Watch some of the unpopular stuff. And I say unpopular stuff, meaning not possible, not popular. So I like to come up with my own words, so y'all have to excuse me. But watch some of the non-popular movies. You'll actually be entertained at a lot of this stuff. But if I had to rate Sinister based upon the interaction I've seen, the way that the movie flowed, pretty much the synopsis of the movie, being that the writer himself was just keeping secrets from his wife and not telling her that they actually live in a house where these people died. That was a hilarity because she went the hell off. I mean, she freaked out like, you motherfucker. But if I had to give a whole synopsis of the movie, pretty much a whole review, I would give the movie, it's hard for me to reach up there to the high pedestal, which I like to put a lot of movies on. So I'm going to give this movie a 3.7 out of 5 for the simple fact is because it's, for some of those people, I know of some people on Google Plus who said this scared them, but to me, it just doesn't give me what I need to be frightened. I'm just going to put it that way. It's just not there. I'm just sorry. It's just not. I've seen a lot of movies. It's just not there. But I give it a 3.7, 3.75 out of 5. I mean, it's a fairly decent movie. It's very good. I mean, some people will actually be frightened by this movie. If you're just not one of those horror type people, you'll probably looking and just be like, not expecting something, and then boom, it's there. It's just like, you gotta be just focused, just zone out, just watch the movie. That's how you have to watch horror movies. Just zone completely out, ignore everything around you unless you're cuddling with the boo or the significant other, the husband, the wife, or whatever. Then just go for it. So if you have that significant other that don't like horror movies, that'd probably be perfect for you. It's a good cuddle moment. So go leave it at that. But next, we're gonna move on to our next review. We're gonna move on to this movie here. As you can see, it is good old Elysium with Matt Damon. This movie was awesome. I enjoyed this movie heavily. Considering the fact that it's made by the director of District 9. Considering the fact that District 9 wasn't great movie. It was an awesome movie. This movie here was slow. It didn't give me everything that you needed. Considering the fact that how the previews went, how the trailer went, you're expecting just boom, bang, bow. You're talking about action everywhere. No, it's not. The action doesn't come until Matt Damon himself actually gets hurt in the movie, gets contaminated with a crap ton of radiation, and then that's where the action slowly begins to pick up from there. It's not really much. It's just really a story. It has its cute points. It has its love points. It's just, it wasn't enough for this movie for it to be what it was, being futuristic. That pretty much, this goes back to my first episode of entitlement, you know, but it's not really these people, they felt entitled to leave all the negativity, the worthless people as they call them, or the less fortunate people on Earth. They moved off into outer space, into this ring that looked like the International Space Station, where all the wealthy people and the fortunate people were able to live, where they could just have this machine in their house that can heal them up whenever they break an arm, they're sick, or anything like that. Just boom, you know, people like that are fortunate. But unfortunately, the rest of us, probably somebody like me, will probably be left out on Earth. But I always will find my way somewhere. But I probably wouldn't be, because I'm too fucking cute. I'm just kidding. But the movie was good. I give it that. The movie was really, 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 really good. But it was just too freaking slow. I mean, it wasn't that much action. It was entertaining. The one good part I liked about it is Matt Damon had this grenade in his hand, and You know, he was holding it, you know, pretty much letting people know, you know, if I'm going in, this is how it's gonna go. Y'all gonna let me on this ship to protect the girl that I like and her child. And as you know, they fighting, tussling, next thing you know, and grenade goes off, and boom, dude's head explodes, and it's just wide freaking open. And next thing you know, later on, I'm telling the movie, so let me stop. But later on in the movie, I'm just telling you this part. Later on in the movie, they actually heal the guy, and his head and everything just forms back up, and it's just, it's freaky, but wasn't enough. Out of this movie, if I had to rate this movie, I'll be a very harsh critic because I love movies to death. If anybody's ever seen my Blu-ray collection, it's huge. It's not big, but for Blu-rays, considering the fact that they're anywhere from $5 up to $80 a pop if you're getting a collector's edition or collections, or even up beyond that, $150. I have a pretty decent collection. I think the last I checked, the collection runs at about well over 100, almost 200 movies now. Pretty big collection, so I'll probably be pulling some more movies out there. Like I said, I'll be doing the Paranormal Activity collection, even though there's another movie coming. I'll be doing the collection so far. Consider the fact that there's 5 of them right now. There'll be a 6th one coming soon. So, you know, we're going to have that magical 6, considering the fact that it's a horror movie. So, but Elysium as a whole, I'm going to give Elysium, considering the fact that it was slow. Even though I'll give Matt Damon a star because of this movie, because he was in it. And Jodie Foster played an excellent role in this. Them two alone, I give it a star. The story itself wasn't enough for me. The love part, I give it half a star because of the way that it ended. How he protected the woman and her child by the end. I'll give this movie a 3. I take that back. I give it a 3.25. It was enough, but it just wasn't enough. I'm kind of glad I didn't go to the movies to see this. I purchased it just to give it, you know, that whole roundabout just to see what it was all about. But hey, it still was a worthwhile purchase. It was a good movie to watch. But hey, those are my movie reviews. If you want me to review anything else, an actual movie, which I will be going to see, Noah soon. I was asked to go review that movie, which I will be going to see Noah. That's going to be an interesting review, considering the fact I'm going to do that one live from the movie theater once I finish watching the movie. So immediately after the movie, I will be doing a review. It'll be posted that day. If you want me to do any other type of movie reviews, just let me know. Whether it be in the theaters, not in the theaters, Netflix, Hulu, on DVD, Blu-ray, wherever. You let me know. I'll find it, or you send me a link to it and I'll watch it. But on to our next topic, reality television. We all know where we're going with this. I'm not a particular person who cares for reality television, but I'm one of the traditionalists of reality television. When there was, I can't even think of the name of it. It was some show on Fox Television where it was couples getting together, and I can't remember what it was called, but I know it was something Island. I can't remember what it is, but it was interesting. In this day and age, far as reality television, it's whack. We're just gonna put it out there. It's entertainment, but it's bullshit because it's not what it used to be. Reality television used to be interesting when it was just the real world and road rules, and you know, when Survivor first popped up and the American Race first popped up, or the Amazing Race, I'm sorry, when it popped up and Big Brother popped up, and you had your feud that popped up on like The Mole, that was on ABC, or the one, I can't still think of the name of the show. If you ever find the name of the show, somebody please post it in my comments. It was on Fox. It was something about couples getting together, something like Heartbreak Island or some junk like that. I can't remember. I remember watching it. But reality television like that, it was interesting. It kept you entertained. It kept you enthused because you really didn't know these people, and social media wasn't as big as it is now. It wasn't just where you can just get online and just see everything about these people. You were highly enthused to keep up with the show. Some people actually collected notes to just keep up with the show to go forward. I'm one of those type of people. I was highly enthused. I would watch episode to episode to episode to find out what was going to happen. It was interesting. Nowadays, you have these housewife shows. You have Basketball Wives, Love and Hip Hop, and Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. You have, let me see, I Love New York. I can go. The list goes on of all the different reality shows that have been out here. But this most recent one, I believe this was Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Ugh. God, y'all people just make this so much easier for me to talk junk about this show because it's worthless. I was like, and considering the fact that most of these people on these shows were either artists, actors, wives, stars from my era when I was growing up, and I'm only 27. We're just gonna put that out there, but a lot of these stars are just they really don't have that pizzazz like they did when they were around when I was younger. But now they're just getting more pizzazz back again because of this show that they're on. And this young lady named Mimi and this shower pole, this sex tape, and whoever the hell she was arguing with about her unfortunate sex tape. I look at it this way: both of you, and I'm gonna call it like it is, you hoes, are ridiculous. Y'all give women a seriously bad name, and any woman out there that will portray yourself to say, "Oh, I'm like this chick off this show," you're stupid. Okay, let's get that out there. You're stupid. Be your own person. Individuality is real. People, be your own person. Stop being like everybody else out there and be who you are. I will tell you right now, I am who I am because that's who I am. My mom will also tell you I've never once been those people who follow behind fads. So if you ever ask me if I own a pair of Jordans, the ultimate answer is pretty much going to be no. I've owned my first pair of Air Force Ones, let's take that back, last year? No, take that back, year before that, 2012, my very first year I owned a pair of Air Force Ones, which I didn't wear very much. One pair was actually stolen from me, and the other pair I wore until they pretty much disintegrated. Or you fall apart, whatever you want to call it. But reality television nowadays is pretty much crap. It's just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. It's just a lot of fighting, a lot of bitching, a lot of bickering. The only one reality star I can actually appreciate is Candy from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I give her the up-to-date props because people may say she may be funny acting, but she's not. The girl is about her game. She's about her money. She's about living life the natural way, comfortably, and not with the bullshit. These people, on the other hand, are, it's just every day it's something with these stupid women. I'm just gonna call it like it is. I don't care how popular you is. I don't care if your name is Nene. I don't care if your name is Mimi, Nikki, Jacqueline, Jocelyn. I don't care what your name is. Y'all give women a bad name. I will give Nene her props on a certain level because she actually will stay out of the situation and actually do something different for a change. When she was on The Apprentice, which she's now on Dancing with the Stars, I'll give her that. When she's doing other things, she is who she is. I'll give her that. But when she starts to go back into the realm of the housewives, let her stay over there. I can't deal with it. Reality television nowadays sucks. It really does. Even Real World sucks now. I'm sorry, and that was always been one of my favorite shows. I've always wanted to go on that show. If I go on that show and something changes my attitude about it, hey, I will redo this episode all over again. Even though by the time then, this episode will be very, very old. But I am going to make this proclamation. I'm letting you know now. I will be putting in my application for Big Brother, which is on CBS. I will be trying to get on that show. And if I do get on that show, y'all can best believe I'm going to be who I am always. And if you know me personally, or if you socialize with me on Facebook, Google+, Instagram, Twitter, you know I am who I am. I'm going to say what I want to say just because who I am. I don't sugarcoat nothing with nobody, not even my own mother. So, and we don't sugarcoat anything with each other or anybody else who's around us. So, it is what it is. But reality television in this state today really blows. It's really just about fighting, bitching, bickering. That's about it, because they really don't do anything. And everybody's like, well, you did that on The Real World, but it was a lot more interesting. You weren't expecting it every freaking episode that somebody was going to get together and they was going to fight. They get to fight on TV. Then you turn right back around, the reunion show, they fighting on TV. Goddamn, do y'all hoes do enough goddamn fighting? What do y'all children think of y'all? What do y'all children think of y'all when they go to school and people talk about y'all like dirt? I was like, I probably think y'all don't really care. Unfortunately, I rather have an image that is, who I am, but I'm not one of those type of people that like to fight. Now, if you test me, that might be a problem because I'm one of those type of people who I'm very quiet. But if you push my limits, I am set to whoop your ass in every way possible. Whether it be picking up a weapon, my fists or my feet, I'm going to do my best to hurt you. It's just simple as that. But the old school reality television, it was just arguments, maybe a fist fight here and there, which is rare. Nowadays, it's like every episode they fighting, somebody weave coming out, somebody purse getting flung, you fighting at an event in front of people, y'all reading each other in front of the crowd, calling out each other's real business. You fucking this nigga, you sucking this hoe, you did this with this fool, you ain't got no money, you broke, and he got a small dick, and all. Child, who cares? Goddamn. Stop telling everybody goddamn business. Keep it to yourself sometimes. Shit. Ugh. I just hate reality television nowadays. You cannot get me to watch any of it but Big Brother or Survivor. I've never liked Survivor, but I've actually gotten into it slowly, but it's quite interesting. Them the only two shows I will actually watch. Even though they're television reality game shows, I will still watch them. Everything else, on the other hand, no. You cannot get me to watch Housewives, Basket Wives, Love and Hip Hop, Mob Wives, none of that junk, because it's just, it's not interesting anymore. It's scripted heavily. Unlike old reality television, it was just natural, do your own thing. Every once in a while, it's a little scripted here, make an argument, kind of make it fun or whatever. But now, it's the same every fucking episode. Then all you hear is people make these memes online about to make cracky jokes. Talking about Office Depot. Well, not Office Depot. Home Depot is at a shower pose because of Mimi around here hanging out pose. For anybody who has watched that preview of that sex tape, she is not holding on to that pole by herself. That man is holding her. That woman does not have that much strength. She looked like she's about weak as dirt. So if she could hold up all that cellulite or whatever that body is she got, because I don't believe all of it's hers, she clearly could not hold herself up. She was just holding on to something while he was sitting there chewing her twat out. So let's just be real with it, people. If y'all go hanging around some shower poles and you hurt your skull or you crack your damn head wide open, Obamacare, Cigna, Blue Cross Blue Shield, whatever insurance you got, ain't gonna cover that head injury, because when you tell them what happened, they probably gonna laugh at you, probably wrap your head up in bandages, give you some what they call them, some lower tabs, and send you home and call it a day. They might stitch you up a little bit, but be done with it. Y'all folks just stop mocking these people, because it ain't no better. Because now y'all making memes talking about some, now Beyonce upset because ain't no more surfboard, it's all about the shower pole. Child, if you doing anything surfboard in a bathtub and your bathtub ain't big enough for two people to be trying to do no surfboard anyway, I can guarantee you somebody head finna get hurt because they gonna hit one of them fucking nozzles that turns the hot or the cold water on, or turns the shower on, or hits the spout with the water coming out of it, and you're gonna be unconscious. Now I'm just gonna sit there and laugh at you while you bleeding this up, because I'm gonna call 911 like this whole bleeding in this up because she tried to surfboard. Because I'm gonna laugh at you. I'm just gonna be honest with you. If you're hanging from a shower pole, whew, Lord, I pray for God that y'all please know that most shower poles are not secured to a wall. They're usually just there. So let's just put it out there. If you hang from one and that motherfucker falls and you fall with it, most likely your head is going to hit one of three places: the sink, the toilet, or the tub. Just going to put it out there. You might get lucky and miss all three of those items and hit the floor, which is probably going to be even worse, because most floors are usually reinforced with concrete under the hardwood, the tile, Or if you have a marble floor, your head is really going to hurt because that is worse than concrete because marble really doesn't break. You have to cut marble. Again, like I said, reality television sucks. It really does. I've run on enough about reality television because this video is longer than the first. So y'all bear with me. I'm trying to shrink these videos down as much as possible because I know you don't want to be sitting here watching no episode of me for no 30 minutes. So, but this episode is ran almost 30 minutes. Let me get on up out of here. And we're going to say the rest of this for a later episode. But to give y'all the heads up, if you want to follow me on Google Plus, search for me. It'll be listed as Darrell Dunn, Darrell, last name Dunn. You'll probably see my nickname in there of my show, The Dish. So it should say Darrell The Dish Dunn. Make sure y'all see that. Check me out on Facebook. You can search it by facebook.com/DAVERS Superstar. That's all one word. That's Diverse Superstar. That's DAVERS Superstar. Make sure you put that in there correctly. Or you can follow me on Twitter at D2's Reality on Twitter. I'll be there. Or you can follow me on Instagram at Gentleman Rose. Make sure you remember that's Gentleman Rose. I would give out my kick, but I really don't want to conversate with people like that kind of early because my kick will probably blow up. And I'm not ready for that. I'm already having to put my phone on vibrate trying to do this show because it's ringing off the hook now. It's just every 5 seconds over here right now. But anyways, I'm going to end this show today. Again, thank you to everybody on Google Plus for watching my show. Be prepared for this show. It's a little lengthy, but I'm having a little bit fun with this one, so we want to continue to have more fun. Again, if you want to ask me anything, hit me up on any of the social networking sites that I've told you about. If you want to ask me anything, please do. Please don't hesitate to just hit me up on Google Hangouts or anything like that and ask away. Most likely I will be doing a Q&A episode. For the 5th episode will be an all Q&A episode, so throw your questions out there. If you can find one of my old pictures on Instagram or DM me a question or whatever you want to do, however you want to send the question, send it. I will be doing all Q&A, so if you want to ask me anything, like I said, I don't sugarcoat anything, so if you want my honest opinion about a question, just ask. But thank you everybody for watching episode number 2. Episode 3 will be here next week. Same time, same place. Thank you.